Hi, I'm Ashley, and I love the 49ers.
And I'm Nicole, and I love the Chargers.
And we are
Touchdowns and Tightends.
We are not professionals by any means.
But we are passionate.
Super passionate. So, what are you drinking tonight, Nicole?
I got a little bit of vino tonight.
Me too. I also have the wine.
Great minds. Cheers.
Man,
it's already been a week.
Oh my God, dude. And it's only Tuesday. I agree. We got Aaron on. Hi, Aaron. Thanks for joining us.
Aaron.
We know it's late on the East Coast, so we appreciate it.
Aaron, one of these days we're going to do this earlier.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Yep. Yeah, it's been a week. I have to be up at 3:30 in the morning to catch a flight.
Hey, stunt for Dean, is that you?
I think that's Dean.
Yeah, so you're leaving what? You have to take off at like 3:30 in the morning, or you have to be at the airport at 3:30?
No, I have to get up at 3:30. I have to be at the airport at 5:30.
I don't know how people do this.
Neither do I. But I'm flying somewhere that I can't mention right now. It'll be fine. I'm going to a bachelorette party this weekend, so it'll be really fun.
What airline are you flying?
Delta. I'm not dealing with the Southwest right now.
Girl. Well, I asked because we were in Vegas, and again, I'm not going to mention where you're going, but we were there with a couple of friends of mine, and they were supposed to fly back. So they were doing the same thing. They were going to fly home. They were going to be at the airport at 3:30 after a concert in like Vegas for a weekend. Be at the airport at 3:30 in the morning on Monday. I was like, are you guys insane? And then their flight was at like 7 or something. Erin calls me at midnight, and she's like, dude, the flight got canceled. They can't get us on another flight until Thursday. And I was like, what? So she's like, can we drive back with you? I was like, yeah, of course. So they ended up driving back with us and then flying out of LAX. But certain parts of the world right now, it's a little sketchy getting into.
I know. And it is Dean. Hi, Dean. And hi, David. Thanks, guys, for joining us. We appreciate it. Promise we're going to talk football, too. We just like to catch up sometimes as well. Let you guys know what's going on.
We haven't seen each other in a minute.
Nope. So week 5, huh?
Week 5.
There was a lot
of happy about week 5.
You're what?
I'm happy about week 5.
I haven't been happy about weeks fucking 3, 4, or 5.
But hey, your predictions are still pretty good.
But this one was not right.
This one was not right.
But when we get into predictions, I'll tell you how I think it might go. I don't know. What do we want to start with for week 5? Do we want to start predictions? Do we want to start the big news?
Well, first of all, guys, thank you all again for joining. If you haven't yet, hit the little bell, like button, subscribe, and go ahead and follow us on touchdowns _ Tightends on Instagram. I mean, we're still pretty active on Instagram, but I think we're picking it up here. So not doing so bad, but thanks again for all the support. Share it, like it. But yeah, Ash, why don't we maybe start with your game for week 5 and your predictions and how that went.
Yeah. So week 5, we played the Cardinals, the last undefeated team in the NFL. I felt pretty good about going in. Like, obviously deep down, part of me is like, ooh, like maybe we could be the team that upsets the Cardinals. That did not happen. And to be fair, I did not get to watch the last half of the game. I had to listen to it. I had to drive to pick Kyle up from the airport. God, all my games.
That's like the second time.
I know. Thank God it's our bye week because I fly home this Sunday and I would have had to miss another game. But obviously, we were starting Trey Lance for the first time. And I think anytime a rookie starts, there's going to be some hiccups, probably for like that whole first year. You guys saw it with Herbert last year. And I don't think we played bad. I think we should have won the game. I actually think we should have won our last 3 games. And so I think some takeaways were that our defense, I took some notes, that our defense is looking good. I think we held the Cardinals to the least amount of points they've scored all year, which speaks volumes for our defense. I mean, our defense is what kept us in that game. Let me see what else. We need to work on penalties. There was 7 holding penalties. You just think about giving up yards, right? And just putting us in positions that are hurting and not helping. And so penalties are really, really hurting us. Lance had an interception, his first possession of the ball, right? Not his first pass, but his first possession, which gave the Cardinals their first touchdown. The other thing I think this is probably the most like aggressive I've seen Shanahan play when it came to like 4th downs. There was 5. We were 1 for 5. I think that a few of them were good calls. I think that 2 of them were like we gave up points. Like we should have just took field goals. That's 6 fucking points we could have got. And I really think that safety should have been a safety, which should have been 2 more, which means we would have won the game. But we didn't. And it sucks.
We talked about it last week, how you were saying that you thought this was kind of going to be your redemption game, right? Like the 49ers were going to come off a loss and they were going to come into it hard and they were going to want to take, the Cardinals out so they're not undefeated anymore. And I don't think that they played a bad game. It's always the penalties. Like I feel like the penalties just kill us. For all teams, but when did he get injured in the game?
I think so. To be honest, I'm surprised he doesn't have a concussion when he went through for that touchdown. Doggies.
These dogs.
Sorry, guys. Nicole's got multiple dogs over at her house right now.
Dog sitting for my mother.
Yeah, but I gotta assume. He ran like so many times during that game that I'm sure something happened. He took a lot of hits. He needs to be protecting himself. Like he's not a linebacker. He doesn't need to be running out there hitting people, but he was hitting people. He was getting hit. I know that when he went for that touchdown, I can't remember the defense person who hit him, but I think they went out on like concussion protocol or they were taken out of the game after that. I'm again surprised Lance didn't have a concussion after that. I guess the good news is Jimmy was like questionable, and with the bye week, I'm really hoping Jimmy's ready for the game against the Colts in week 7. I actually think Jimmy's probably going to be the starter unless he gets like hurt. So here's my thoughts. If we keep losing, and I don't want to, but if we keep losing and we get to the point where the playoffs are out of the picture, I say play Trey and just get him the experience and set us up for next year.
I agree.
Just put him in. Jimmy, you're benched. If we can somehow pull it off to get like a wild card spot in the playoffs, then we need to go with whatever quarterback is putting us in the best position to win.
Well, how do you feel now with your division, right? The Cardinals are still undefeated, but who knows how long that's going to last. Seahawks, Wilson's out for 6 to 8 weeks. That happened last week. And then the Rams, what do you think?
I think that the Rams will win the division. I think the Cardinals are going to bomb as the season goes on. I don't think they're that good. Look at how much they struggled against a good defense on Sunday. They really struggled. Like the 49ers really got to Murray and beat the crap out of him. Yeah. Right? That was the first game he got hurt in. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's going to get harder and harder for them. I think maybe the Cardinals go to the playoffs. We beat them last year and knocked them out of the playoffs. And I don't know. I think the Rams will probably take the division. I still think that the Seahawks will probably be last. I think that we just need to do better than the Seahawks to have a shot. So the Seahawks go ahead and keep being last.
At this point in time, I don't know what the Seahawks are going to look like. I was talking to somebody who's a big Seahawks fan, and he was just saying, it's not even just Russell, it's their defense. Their defense is not, Jamal Adams was paid, I think he's the highest paid, and he's on my fantasy, and he hasn't really done anything. He's bringing me like 5 points a game. I'm like, what's up here, buddy? You're supposed to be like the rock star. So I don't see the same Seahawks defense that I've seen in the past. No,
and I told you it didn't feel good about the Seahawks coming in this year. Russell's injury is just like icing on the cake for that team.
Yeah, you didn't. I was the one that was like, oh, they might win.
But I think the Rams will probably take the division.
Yeah.
I think that it's still early in the season. We are in week 5. And even though we've had 3 losses, anything could still happen for a lot of teams right now. And so, like Kyle was telling me, he's like, Ashley, it's still so early. Like, you can't just give up. And I'm not going to give up. I mean, don't even get me started on the 49ers fan base and like how damn unsupportive they are of everything. Not all of them, but Jesus Christ. I'm in like a couple of fan groups, and how quickly these fans talk so much shit on every quarterback play. Everything's been Jimmy's fault up until now. But we lost the game without Jimmy. And now everything's Lance's fault. And I'm like, can you guys just support the damn team?
Really?
Like, oh my God. Yeah.
Wow.
It's frustrating because I'm like, we're not coaches. Like, we don't know what's going on, right?
I feel like that with Chargers fan too, but not when it comes to that. Like I feel like a lot of them are fair weathered fans, but I don't know. I don't feel like if Herbert messed up, everyone would be so up in arms, like, oh, it's all Herbert's fault. Like, we would have won this if it wasn't for him. That's brutal.
Oh, it's so brutal. Could you imagine being the quarterback? Like, you probably have to just disengage from like all social media or media.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, anytime a quarterback loses a game for the team or a kicker, how many times does that happen? Like, I would hate to be that poor kicker that you have your one chance. I mean, let's Bengals and Green Bay, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, missing kicks all over the place. I was insane.
Why couldn't they miss the kick against the 49ers? We would have won that game. Amin the Dream. I hope I'm saying that right. Says hi, Nicole and Ashley. And then we need to watch Jay and the Bay and Aaron's stream because it was very animated. I do need to catch that. Sorry, I missed it.
Jay.
Dean says the Rams are going to be in it at least to the NFC Championship, but at most the Super Bowl. I agree. The Seahawks should sign Cam. Maybe. Gino looked all right. I love the 49ers. I will support the quarterback, whoever it is. Well, thanks, David. Me too. I just want us to win. I don't care who it is. And that's the other thing. I feel like the 49ers, we talked about this last week, right? We have a lot of good players. Why are we not winning? Again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a coach. I don't understand all the plays that Shanahan's calling, but I do feel like something's off with the offensive play calling. It feels like every time they line up, the defense knows exactly what's going to happen. They immediately rush the quarterback. They immediately stop the run. Like, we can't do anything.
They need to switch it up.
I swear I watch every other team play and I'm like, oh, what a great play. Oh, look at that. And then I watch 49ers. I'm like, oh, same play. I could have told you they were going to run that play right now. Like,
it really starts the same way every time.
It doesn't start the same way every time. It just feels that way. It just feels like they can't get like any movement or momentum. Like, there's just never anything. We also have, I don't know if we have any interceptions, like defensive interceptions this year. Like, so our defense is good, is right. I think we're 16th right now. But like, we have had no big plays. We've had none of those like moments that you're like, oh, all these games this year have been so like phenomenal to watch, except the 49ers games are like so disappointing. So I'm like, nothing big is happening except an injury.
Yeah. Aaron says it's leadership. Kyle seems off to me. Dean says Tom Brady wanted to sign with the Niners in 2020, but the Niners turned him down.
That is true.
That is true. I didn't know that. I just heard about that the other day. And because I remember that we thought he was going to come to the Chargers, or we were hopeful.
I think that Lynch and Shanahan want like a franchise quarterback. And I don't think they saw that in Brady, right? Because it's like, how long does he have left? Apparently forever.
7 more years.
But I agree with Aaron. Kyle does seem off. He seems like, he's been the coach, I think, for 5 years. He only has 1 year of winning, and that's the year we went to the Super Bowl. He has losing seasons every other season. And so the pressure's got to be on. I think that when I listen to how they operate in the locker room, the culture feels right, but something does feel off. And I swear it's this double quarterback shit.
Maybe he'll go over to the Raiders and you guys will get a new all-star coach.
Yeah, I don't think Shanahan's a bad coach. I think something's just off right now. And I'm hoping the bye week helps. Interesting fact, though. So I was looking at penalties because I'm like, God, we get so many penalties. Like, we've got to be number 1 in penalties. We are not number 1 in penalties. The Eagles are number 1 in penalties with 50 penalties this year. Whoa. The 49ers are 18th in penalties with 31. Oh. Do you know where the Chargers are?
3rd?
4. You're really close. 4 with 39. I didn't realize you guys had more penalties than this. I feel like every time I watch a Niners game, it's like flag, 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 flag.
I think the Dallas game alone, we had 20.
Oh shit, you're right.
I mean, it was insane. I don't think there's been, I mean, there was some on Sunday, but not as that first game was not first game, first home game. Dallas game was a disaster. But yeah, that's not surprising to me.
Yeah. Well, I think that I'm hoping this bye week we get some people back. I hope Jimmy's ready.
So your bye week's this week?
Our bye week's this week, week 6.
Okay.
In the beginning, I thought it was too early of a bye. Right now, I'm going, I think it's right. Something's off right now, and hopefully they can use this week to get their heads back in the game and get refocused. We played the Colts in week 7. Now, after what I saw last night, I was like, oh, it's going to be an easy game. And then after last night, I was like, I don't know if it's going to be an easy game. Carson Wentz looked pretty good.
He did look really good. I was actually really surprised that the Ravens ended up taking that. And
watching
that game made me nervous, even more nervous for us playing the Ravens this week.
Yeah. So if we go to my predictions, I predicted us to beat the Cardinals in week 5, and we lost. But if you remember, I said we will take 1 win, 1 loss to each team in the division. So maybe I got them backwards.
I mean, maybe, hey, Steelers were 11-0 last season and then just crumbled.
Oh, look it. In the AFC, I think it's really clear that the Bills and the Chargers are like the top teams. In the NFC, I don't know that it's clear. Just because the Cardinals are 5-0, I don't think makes them like a power team, right? Like the Rams are still doing pretty good. The Bucks are still doing pretty good. The Chiefs are the AFC, but I don't think it's clear in the NFC who's going to the Super Bowl or who's like the top team right now.
No, I mean everybody said it was the Bucks in Kansas City.
Yeah. Oh, Kansas City. We have the same record as Kansas City, and that makes me feel okay because I'm like, okay, like
every time they lose, it's Kansas City. To me, it's like it's like how everybody looked at Tom Brady. That's how I feel about Kansas City because for so long it was like, how are we ever going to win our division playing against Kansas City? Yeah. And I was a little worried. Not really worried, but a little worried about the Raiders. And now I'm like, that's not going to happen. But Kansas City, I mean, they can come back. Yeah, Dean, they do. They need help with their defense for sure.
What do we got here? David said Kyle Shanahan needs to go back to what works, run the ball down the opposing team's throats and play action pass. It worked for us in 2019, right? Got us to a Super Bowl. I don't know how to say that last name, Nicole. Eric, how do you say that?
Bien.
Yep, all day. To be honest, don't know who that is, Aaron. I'm assuming it's a coach or something. And then Dean says Tom Brady grew up a Niners fan. When Tom said he was leaving the Pats, I heard the Niners was his favorite. I thought he was going to be or to one of our teams. Yeah, he grew up a Niners fan. I think wasn't Aaron Rodgers like a Niners fan? A lot of Niners fans that are quarterbacks.
Yeah.
We need to clean up our play. I agree. Oh, thanks, guys. Make sure you drop a like. We're still new to this YouTube thing. We appreciate all the support. Kansas City needs a defense. My brother's Dolphins are so bad this year. Oh,
but Tua's coming back, I think. I think I read that he might be back next week. But man, they just get destroyed.
Yeah.
They got destroyed.
Yeah, I haven't watched those games. So I'm looking at our schedule.
Be enemy.
Be enemy. Oh, thank you. Thanks. So our schedule, okay, bye week, Colts, Bears. So I'm like, please let us get some W's under our belt. And then you know who we play after that? The effing Cardinals, dude. And I swear to God, that's going to be a revenge game. We play them pretty quickly after our first game with them. Like it's not.
That is really quick.
Way later. It's, what is that? 1, 2, 3. It's 4 weeks later.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then we play the Rams after that. And then
you have the Rams.
What was that?
I think you have the Rams.
I think so too. But so that's how I feel about the 49ers right now. I feel like we've got some injuries. Lance is hurt. We need to work on controlling those penalties. It's like they need to be more disciplined. The team needs to slow down. And they need to figure out their offensive identity, I think, right now. You could tell on Sunday, Shanahan was excited to have Trey Lance. It's like a new shiny toy. Like, oh, let's keep running him. because none of my other quarterbacks do that.
Yeah, I think it's exciting for him to see if he has what it takes, right? Like if it's potentially someone he does want to start, even if Jimmy gets better, what's he going to do? That's a tough decision to make, whether or not you're going to put Jimmy back in, or, I mean, it just depends on how Trey plays.
He's already said he's putting Jimmy back in. He's already said he's still the starter.
Okay, good.
Yeah, he said it right after the game. And I think Trey Lance is going to be fantastic. I think he's going to be a great franchise quarterback for us. He's got to learn. He's got to work on his accuracy. He's got to work on like the finesse of some of his passes. Sometimes they're just like a dart, right? And people just can't catch it. And then he was tipped so many times.
Yeah.
During this game. And which is crazy because he's a big dude.
He's just ready.
He's 21. He's a baby.
I know. There's so many babies on the teams. Oh my goodness. I look at half the quarterbacks when they have interviews afterward. Like I looked at Burrow. I was like, what are you, 12? Like they're just little.
That's crazy. Didn't he get knocked out on the field?
He did.
Was that Burrow? Week 5 was wild, guys.
Every week's been wild. It's like every week there's overtime. Every week the primetime games are so close. It's not close at all. And then the underdog comes in and takes the game. It's been a crazy season. I mean, so I was in Vegas over the weekend, like I mentioned earlier, and we went to Circa, which is like this brand new sports casino. It's like the whole wall is just TV. So
is that the one that was being built when we were in Vegas last year that we saw from our hotel?
Yes. Remember we walked up to the bar because all the guys wanted to like do a sports bet or whatever. That's that one.
Oh,
where you can be outside. There's like 4 pools and they have all the TVs everywhere.
Yeah.
So you just be like in the pool watching football. So we went there on Sunday at 10 to watch the Green Bay game, and it was packed. I mean, packed. I thought I was a little nervous. I was like, great, I'm going to walk into a Raiders game again. It's just going to be all Raiders fans all over the place. Mostly 49ers fans, I'll tell you.
There's a lot of us.
People I saw, there was a lot of 49ers fans. I saw one guy with the Chargers hat and, like ran over there and was like, bolt up. And then later on in the day, I think I saw 5.
Am I supposed to run after people and be like, bang, bang?
Bang, bang.
Faithful to the Bay.
Can you imagine if we're running around doing that all? I do, because I don't see Chargers fans very often.
Yeah, but bolt up's like so much more appropriate than bang, bang.
That's a little weird.
Oh, my face is so red right now from laughing.
I know.
Sorry.
My face always looks so crooked in this thing too.
Oh, me too.
So there was no seats. 10 o'clock, I was like, oh, we'll be early. It'll be plenty of time. No, that place was popping. Like I've never seen so many people around a TV before. But yeah, we watched the Green Bay game. I mean, that was nuts. Like just going back and forth. And then we did finally get a seat for the Chargers game. So I was able to watch the Chargers game on the big screen. And the girl right next to me was a Chargers fan, which was awesome. I had no idea, but she took her sweatshirt off around her waist and it was Chargers. So we got to chatting and watch the game. And then, 47-42.
That's a high scoring game.
That was 89 points.
That's wild.
I thought that the Chargers were going to take that. I did not think that game was going to go. I haven't thought any of the games were going to go the way that they have. But it was a good game. There was a couple questionable calls on both sides. I feel like the better team won that game. I mean, the Browns did everything that they could to win. Austin Eckler getting 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. I mean, I can't with him. Like him and Mike Williams this game just killed it. 42 points on my fantasy for Herbert.
Dude. I did not play Herbert because he has not been getting me points. And I played Stafford, and that was a bad move, dude, because Herbert would have got me 42 points and Stafford got me like 17. I am 1-4 in both of my leagues. I hate fantasy. I am like real not good at it.
What's your ranking, or what are you guys for 49ers?
What do you mean?
Are you 1-4?
For the 49ers, we're 2-3.
2-3. Okay. I was just going to say you're just keeping up
with
your...
No, my team's doing better than I am.
Aaron says, I do a jumping shoulder bump if I'd see a fellow Niner fan. That would be, I could just see Ashley running across the room like, boom, bing, bing.
Aaron, you got to come out to California. We'll do
Come to a
little
game.
meetup. Yeah.
Look at,
oh yeah, go ahead.
Look at Rodgers, Breeze, Manning should all have their rings. Give them Belichick and Patriots defense. The Chiefs need to focus on defense. Yeah. I don't care. The Chiefs don't need to focus on anything. They can just keep doing what they're doing. I mean, I don't think they're going to end last in the division by any means. I think they'll probably end second. The Broncos, the Chiefs, the Raiders all lost, which was fantastic. So the Raiders play the Broncos next week. So one will have to win, and they'll be second in the division. If I put my money on it, I'm probably going to go with the Broncos. But yeah, so I predicted the Chargers would beat the Browns. They did. Next week we play the Ravens. Mm-hmm. I went back and forth with the Ravens game just because we have beaten Lamar in the past. I mean, that was Phillip Rivers. It's a whole different team, but I think it's actually a better team. Lamar and the Ravens have become a better team as well over the years, but I cheated and I looked at the Vegas spread to see what they were projecting, and they're projecting that the Ravens are going to win. So I'm still, I said that they were going to lose, but I'm still hoping that we'll pull that W.
I mean, we always hope that any of our loss predictions are wrong.
It's so hard. It's so hard. I just want them to keep winning. But
well, after what Lamar did last night, I'm like, ooh.
I know. I agree with you, though. I think it's going to be a showdown with the Bills and the Chargers for the AFC spot. The Ravens, I don't think they're far behind.
No.
The Browns are looking good, but the fact that we beat them, I'm just like, nah, we'll beat you again.
Yeah. Wasn't Baker Mayfield playing with a shoulder injury on Sunday?
Yes.
And to still have it that close, I'm like, but then the question is, did he injure his shoulder more and now kind of F's the rest of the season? I don't know. I don't follow the Browns that closely. I think we play the Browns this year too.
I think you guys do. And I think we both kind of
chuckled. No, we don't. It's the Bengals that we play.
Oh, it's the Bengals.
Yeah, it's the Bengals. Sorry, we don't play the Browns, which I'm okay with because they look all right out there. I'll take all the shit teams.
Yeah. What shit teams are you playing this year? I don't even know. I don't even know what's a bad team anymore.
I don't know either. I can't say any game's going to be a good game, but going into or an easy game, I thought that the Colts, the Bears, the Jaguars, the Vikings, the Bengals, the Falcons, and the Texans.
Okay.
And maybe the Titans. The Titans have been kind of like this, right? So I think my hardest games, I think the 49ers' hardest games are in our own division this year. Remember, last year we ended 4th in our division. That impacts who we're playing this year.
Mm-hmm.
So the 49ers should be doing better. And that's why I'm remaining hopeful that the back half of the season will kind of pick up for us.
Yeah, I think right now we're 2-0 for the division. Both the Raiders and Broncos are 0-1, and Chiefs are 0-2.
Yeah, we're 0-2.
Yeah. I mean, there's still...
Which will suck. It comes down to like a tie or something, right?
Yeah.
And seeding.
So Dean says, don't sleep on my Patriots. Patriots will win AFC East. So we play you guys on Halloween. We're actually taking the kids to their first NFL game.
Oh, is that at home?
It's at home.
Oh, that'll be fun. Wait, Are you spending the night on the 30th?
I know. I was like, we need to talk about this because we were supposed to. So we've got that wedding on Friday, and then it's just in Burbank. So we'll come home after that and then come to you with the kids Saturday midday, stay all Saturday, and then head up to the game after we drop off the dogs.
Okay. You know who else is not looking too bad this year? I hate to say this. The Cowboys.
Oh, so second to 49ers fans in Vegas, Cowboys fans. The Raiders fans, again, they disappeared real quickly with that game. They were all there screaming, Raider Nation, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, it's like you turn around and you're like, where did Where did they all go?
I
But the Cowboys are looking real good.
know. Margaret's got to be stoked.
Zeke keeps hurting himself. Like, did you see when he landed on the
I didn't watch the game. Margaret was here, but I told her 49ers trump Cowboys in this house, so we're not putting the Cowboys game on.
No.
Yeah, but she came here, so I was like, sorry, you can watch it on your phone. Like, tell me what's happening.
It's like when I come over and you're like, okay, you can watch your game on the laptop. You get no sound.
We have some new people. First off, Dean says he needs SPF, or not Dean, I'm sorry. Aaron says he needs SPF 1000 when he comes to see us because it's so sunny because he's a ginge. We got you, dude. We're all about the SPF, even though we're in California.
I have a garage full of it.
Yeah. CG Ruthless, hello. Hi, thanks for joining us. 49ers, Lakers for life. Hello, ladies. Thank you for joining us. Raiders are the Raiders. Same old Raiders. Agreed. No Cowboys. I mean, I know, but the Cowboys doing all right this year. I mean, they're 4-1 also.
The Cowboys, yeah. So it's the Cowboys are 4-1, Packers 4-1, Bucks 4-1, and then Cardinals 5-0. And then the Bills and the Chargers and the Ravens are 4-1 in the AFC. It's a crazy year. Like, it's so exciting. I can't stop watching football. I mean, it's all my plans have changed through the week. I had plans to do something Thursday. I had plans to do something Monday. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't make it. I gotta watch football.
I am pretty sure like my husband and my kids hate Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays now because they're like, can we watch something? And I'm like, no, football's on. Sorry.
Well, Dennis obviously doesn't hate it. He's worse than I am, but Raker just does his own thing. But Lux, she'll come and watch the games on Sunday night now. And it's like, I feel like every other Sunday night, the game's going into overtime Sunday or Monday. And she's like, and it reminds me of my dad. I'd be like, Dad, how much time's left? He's like, it's only 2 minutes, Nicole. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah, football 2 minutes.
Football 2 minutes is like an hour. So Lux is like, okay, 2 minutes. And I was like, well, really? It's like 30 minutes. And so she sits and watches, and then it goes into overtime. And she's like, what the heck? Like, how much longer do we have to wait? And I was like, yeah.
I'm just glad we have really good football this year. It's been really good football.
And
really
it's so nice to see all the fans back in the stadiums.
I agree. CG Ruthless is interviewing Julian Peterson tomorrow. Do you know who that is? I don't know who that is. Tell me who that is. Remember, not an expert, still learning. No? You don't know who that is, Nicole? Okay. Let us know who that is. Nicole and I are still learning. Dean says the Patriots will handle the Cowboys this week. I think that'll be a good game. Pats are on like a 5 or 6 game winning streak against the boys. And then David says Cowboys will fall apart. I think they'll make the playoffs, but one and done style. I mean, I don't think the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl by any means. I think that they've just looked better this year than they've looked in a couple years. I think getting Dak back is good for them. I think the Patriots don't look awful. Mac Jones, I feel like, isn't doing too bad, right? Oh, he was number 98. That's exciting. That is very exciting, CG Ruthless.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, are you doing this live?
5-time Pro Bowl. Yeah. Is this on your YouTube channel? Let us know. I will be traveling tomorrow, but I'll see what I can do. My nieces came over during Sunday's game. One will watch, one hates sports. Dude, Erin Brixton, my daughter, also is like, I don't understand football, so she refuses to watch it with me, although she is a 49ers fan. So it is on CG Ruthless's YouTube. Make sure you guys join the stream tomorrow because he was a great linebacker, defensive end back in the Steve. I don't know how to say that last name.
I will set a reminder for that one. That's awesome.
Yeah, that'll be cool. And if I can't watch it, I'll try to catch it later to view it just because I'm, like I said, traveling this week. So, all right. Any other big news we want to talk about? What about John Gruden?
Dude. Like, what? And then immediately after that, I'm getting all of these messages because I posted it on Instagram or whatever. Like, I mean, I was watching the game when I was like seeing like, oh, breaking, blah, blah, blah. And someone had texted me something earlier and I was like, John Gruden, what? Like, stop. Okay. And then I saw it on TV and immediately it's like everyone's talking about how now can't they dig up some emails on Carr and get rid of him? I thought everybody that was a Raiders fan loved Carr.
So did I, and I don't feel like he's that bad of a quarterback. I mean,
I don't
maybe
either, but I don't like the way that he talks. Sorry, guys. Nugget, shh, please. I don't like the way that he talks badly about the other. Like he was talking so much shit on Joey Bosa.
I didn't listen to his press.
It was gross. I'm like, what are you trying to get at? I don't know. It's Raider.
I just want to make sure that all of our people tuning in, I really appreciate you helping me learn how to pronounce people's names. It's Mariucci. And I was getting really close to saying that, but I didn't want to botch it. I can say Steve Mariucci days. Okay. And then Dean
I love how David's phonetically spelling everything for us.
Dude, it really helps. At least we were really honest that like we don't know everything. We're always down to learn. So we really appreciate you guys. Dean likes the old Chargers uniforms, like the 2006 ones, the blue helmet. I couldn't find it channel till I saw it on Instagram. I missed the Niners early 2000 uniforms. Those were good too. Carr deserves better elsewhere.
So I will break out not this next week, but maybe the week after. I just got a 80s-ish starter jacket for the Chargers, old school. So I'll wear that one in a couple weeks.
Tell me and I'll wear my starter's jacket too.
Yeah.
But we apologize. I'm scared it's going to be like loud.
We're just going to have to like sit still.
I can't do that. You see how much I move?
We'll be together next to each other.
Yeah. Let's see. So the Raiders have an interim coach, right? Was it their assistant coach that's now their interim coach right now? Yeah. I thought they were going to have a good year. I guess now we'll see what's going to happen. You probably have more to say on that than I do. But as you guys can see, Nugget's making a lot of noise right now.
Sorry, guys. Usually I have people home to help me with the dogs, and not today. They're all just sitting right here staring at me, and every time somebody walks by, they start barking. So
yeah. Let me see here. So next Tuesday, are we doing a live next Tuesday? Are you home next Tuesday?
We are heading down to go camping. I think we said next week we were going to record maybe Monday if we could, and then post it Tuesday.
Okay.
If that works.
Okay, guys. So next week we won't be live, but we will do a posting just because of scheduling.
AB is definitely laughing at the Raiders. That is
you called it, right?
That is for sure happening. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so I think next week we'll do a recording, and then the week after we'll do a live together. Guys, we still need any recipes, game day recipes, traditions that you have. We're going to do a live where we test out the recipe, cook it ourselves, and any game day traditions. I don't know, Ashley, if you heard of, did anybody give you any feedback on any new ones? Did we even post anything about it?
No, but I did post. So, dude, okay. Superstitions. We've talked about this. On game day, you wear your jersey, right? I wear my jersey on game day. That's literally the only time I wear my jersey. Like I won't wear it this Sunday because it's not game day. I'll wear something else because it's our bye week. Now, I've had that jersey since 2019, and we went to the Super Bowl in 2019. And then 2020 was a bust, and I had to wash that jersey like every freaking week. And now in 2021, I've had to wash that jersey 3 times. And I'm like, do I need to retire the Kittle jersey and just say bye-bye to all that and get a new one? And I put a poll out. And the majority of people said not just yet. So I'm like, all right, then do I wear it week 7? And if we lose week 7, I'm like, goodbye, Kittle. You are retired. Time to get a new jersey.
I vote get a new jersey.
Yeah? What do you guys think? Should I be getting a new jersey? Like, I don't know. I'm just like, man.
I feel like with Kittle out, it's time.
Well, and he was out almost most of the season last year, too.
Maybe last season was a time for you to get a new jersey then.
Maybe I should just say 2020 was like, ugh, and like, start fresh.
Oh, give us vegan recipes. Yes.
Oh, we love vegan recipes.
I was vegan for a while, so.
I was vegan for 1 month last year.
I love it. All the vegan recipes.
Oh,
Get a white little jersey.
See, okay, Warner. Remember? So, Aaron, I did mention Fred Warner. I think did I mention that to you, Nicole? That maybe I get like a Fred Warner jersey? I had thought about that too. We had also talked about Bosa.
I don't feel like you really dig the Bosa.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'll get a Bosa t-shirt. I don't know if I want a Bosa jersey.
I feel the same. Like Bosa's not my favorite player. If I'm going to get a jersey, it's going to be Eckler.
Yeah. So I feel like I could get a Warner jersey. Yeah. A defensive jersey, huh? Because right now I have an offensive jersey. That'd be really switching some things up.
That's switching it up. Are you going to get a different color?
I don't know, dude. The white ones are cool, but like if I'm not washing that thing like for multiple weeks because maybe we keep winning.
Or if you spill anything on it. Guilty.
Yeah. So maybe I just get red. I don't know. But I'm definitely going to look at jerseys. And then I'm like, do I just buy it right now because it's our bye week? And then have it? I don't know, dude. I think I'm going to have to try out the Kittle jersey one more time.
Do you have a flag? A 49ers flag?
I don't think so. I have a towel from the playoff game I went to.
So I just bought a Chargers flag. I swear I thought I had like an old one from forever ago and I couldn't find it anywhere, but I want to bring it to the game. You know, like when we go with the kids, I want the kids to be able to hold it. And then we bought one for the house. And Dennis is like, well, then we have to have a Seahawks flag on the other side. And it's just like, I so badly just want my stuff up there, but it's like, okay, all right. I was like, do you want to do like the house divided, split it? What do you want to do? And he's like, no, let's get 2 different flags. So we'll have a Chargers and a Seahawks. And the same with car decals. So this should be interesting.
Yeah. No. I do not have a flag. And I don't think Kyle would appreciate if I hung a flag. Even if we did like a Chargers one too, he's like just not that into sports. I think he'd be like, dude, Ashley, that's lame. And we don't share cars. So my car is all 49ers.
Yeah. My car's supposed to be my car, but it didn't work out that way.
Yeah. Ooh, get the 49er throwback or the 94 throwback. That's a good one too. And then it's our 75th anniversary. I'm like, do I get a 75th anniversary one? Like with the patch? Like, oh, Deebo Samuel. That's a good one too, CG Ruthless. He's on fire. He's number 2 in receiving right now. I think. Who just beat him? Was it somebody from Green Bay? I
go Deebo.
Deebo's a good one too. He's fire. He's like what's keeping us alive this year. Thanks for not re-signing Kendrick Bourne. Dude, you know what, Dean? I love Kendrick Bourne too. And I am bummed that we don't have him. His energy is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. I love Kendrick Bourne.
He is the top 3 in receiving yards this year. Yeah, Deebo, like he's like the lucky charm right now.
He's like all we got right now in offense.
Sanu.
I traded him for an 8th round pick. So maybe we bring out Jawan Jennings or somebody else. So I think Jeff Wilson should be back soon. Huh?
What are you gonna do with your jersey?
I don't know. Look, dude, the poll said I should just wait a minute. I'm really conflicted.
Got to listen to your heart. Maybe wait till game 7.
That's what I'm thinking.
Happens. And then if they lose again, I'll go with you to the store.
Okay. I think that's fair. Yeah. I think we'll do game 7. And after that, I'm like, all right, Kittle, you're retired. Sorry, bud.
I know. I love Kittle. I love Kittle and Jimmy G. I love them together.
Yeah, they just haven't had anything happen yet this year. I mean, Kittle's been hurt all season. So,
yeah, it'll happen.
Yeah, so let's see. So I guess next week we'll have a lot to talk about the Chargers and maybe some updates on 49ers players who will be starting in week 7 based on our injury report. So,
yeah, and we have a couple podcasts that we're going on over the next couple of weeks as well. So the Girl Who Talks Sports.
We're doing that one on the 25th, I think.
I think the 25th, and that's like a 2 p.m.
Yeah,
thing,
that's when we're together. That's right.
something like that. So we'll update you all on that. And then I will be on Sports Guy David's podcast talking everything fantasy on Thursday at 10:30 a.m. So I'll post this stuff. It'll be fun. Thank you guys again for joining.
Yeah.
Do we have anything else? Anything to leave?
Let me see. I'm just looking at these comments. So it's my ball punk. CG Ruthless says I should rock a Debo and say that's my ball punk. LOL. I mean, I would totally do that. And then let's see. Sanu is the best in Cincy and Atlanta. Jennings is my favorite player under the radar. I think Jennings is great too. We need to get him out there. Juwan Jennings and Trent Sherfield should be in front of Sanu. Agree. And I think that when Lance is on the field, Sherfield should be on the field. They have a connection. Like we saw that in the preseason. Nick Bosa jersey. I don't know. Maybe Nick Bosa shirt. I'm not sold on a Nick Bosa jersey yet. Although, what is he at? 4 sacks right now? 5 sacks right now? Like he's having a year right now. And then CG Ruthless. When will we collaborate? Reach out to us on Instagram and we'll try to set something up. We're always down to collab with you guys. And I'm sure eventually we'll have people on our show too. We just have to figure all that stuff out. So we'd love to have some guests.
Yeah, my friend that I went to the Raiders game with, he was here in town from Salt Lake. He's like, well, if you and Ash want me to join, like, I'm happy to. I was like, not yet. Thanks, though. Not after you just lost to the Chargers. I don't think that's not a good idea.
Oh, 5 sacks. He's going for comeback player of the year. I agree. I think comeback player of the year could potentially be Bosa or Dak, depending on how Dak does the rest of the year.
So the last couple times we've asked about, game day traditions. We've asked about food, game day food, recipes. I'm curious, guys, with the way that the season's going, because I feel like everyone's just kind of, their heads are spinning with all the teams that the way that they've performed this far. What are your thoughts on the top two for AFC, NFC, and who's going to Super Bowl? So Ashley, what were your thoughts?
I think the top 2 for the AFC are the Chargers and the Bills.
Who's going to win?
I think the Bills.
Okay.
But I could be wrong. Like, I hope I'm wrong, but I think that after, like, you talk about like 2 years building, like right now you guys are in 1 year building. So I think like maybe you guys make it in 2021. I think 2022, you have a really good shot, like really that chemistry. But like with what the Bills did last year and where they're at right now, I'm like, I think that maybe the Bills. And like, so I'm not a Bills fan necessarily, but a good friend of mine who passed away a few years ago that I used to work with was a huge Bills fan.
Good.
And and never got to see the Bills like do really well, right? And so I think because of that, like part of me is like, I'm still really good friends with his girlfriend, and so I'm like, part of me is like, I would love to see the Bills make it to the Super Bowl. I don't like. I think that it's more of like an emotional side piece, In regards to the NFC, I don't know. I really don't know yet. I think that the Buccaneers have a really good chance at making it back to the Super Bowl.
You think it's going to be Rams and Bucks?
Or the Rams. Yeah, the Rams and the Bucks. What about you?
So definitely Bills and Chargers. Again, I think the Ravens are right there. The NFC is hard, but do I think that the Bills are a better team than the Chargers today? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't watched enough of the Bills to really, I know that they have the same record as us, but I hope it's us.
Of course.
Like for my dad mostly. And it's our home.
So, dude, would that mean we had to go to the Super Bowl because it's like at SoFi? And
I'm already saving. Like, just
so should I start saving? We need sponsors. How do we get that? We need someone to sponsor us to go to the Super Bowl.
I'll start a GoFundMe.
Send touchdowns and tight ends to the Super Bowl if the Chargers make it.
We'll set up Venmo. No, if the Chargers go to the Super Bowl, I don't know how we could do that, how we would make that happen.
Do we get a discount because you're a season ticket holder, or it's like
Maybe.
all null and void?
I don't think so. I think if anybody, the Rams season ticket holders would get a discount. But and then the NFC, right? Like, what if it was Chargers Rams, both at SoFi?
At their home.
I would,
Ooh.
I would love it if we won, but that would be insane. That would be crazy. So I think Bucks and Rams, maybe. I feel like it's still too early to tell with that.
We have some good feedback right here. CG Ruthless says, if we both rock Bosa jerseys. So Nicole and I have talked about getting Bosa stuff and taking like photos. Taking photos because we have the Bosa brothers. So that's great. Rams, Patriots, Super Bowl 56. Pfft, I'm just kidding.
We love you. But the Pats? Really?
I don't know if the Pats are going to make it to the Super Bowl. They don't look bad. I think, again, Mac Jones is doing all right. We've got Buffalo versus Tampa Bay, which I think could really happen. Bosa brothers are beasts. Rams are Cardinals. I don't think the Cardinals. I really think the Rams will.
Are you salty to the Cardinals?
I'm salty towards like the whole NFC West. So I don't know. I just really think the Cardinals aren't. I think it's like you said, like a Steelers thing. My gut tells me they're really not as good as how they're playing right now, and it's all going to start to crack soon.
Kyler Murray, though, he's solid.
Yeah, but you could also get MVP and not go to the Super Bowl like Aaron Rodgers last year, right? So I'm not saying that Kyler Murray's not doing great. I'm just saying the team as a whole. Also, Cliff Kingsbury's like on the hot seat, so I get it. Like they have to perform this year because he's had a rough time being their coach, and they did a good job in free agency and signing some of those big players like DeAndre Hopkins. God.
Oh yeah,
the beast.
So I'm sorry, but the comments are so small on my little laptop.
Oh, I'm reading. Hold on.
I was squinting and I thought I saw the Lions, and I was like, wait, no. Who said the Lions?
No, David says AFC, it's the Bills and Chargers. Agreed. NFC is too crazy to call. We should revisit this question after week 11. Not a bad, again, we agree. The NFC is just, there's not a clear-cut winner right now. I think the AFC is starting to get more clear-cut. The NFC is just the wild, wild west right now. It's like really anybody. AFC is the Patriots from Dean, and then CG Ruthless. Battle of the LA Super Bowl would be awesome. Patriots are similar to the 2001 Pats that started 1-3 and won the Super Bowl.
I mean,
a rookie quarterback's never made it to the Super Bowl, right? I think that's a stat that I saw is a rookie quarterback has never made it to the Super Bowl. So it'd be wild if one of these rookies did, which would probably be Trey Lance or his first year playing, he didn't play at all. Alex Smith was the quarterback. He played year 2 when they traded Alex to Washington. He sat on the bench.
Rookie first year. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because Herbert, I mean, this is technically his first full year.
Yeah, but I think they mean like just like right out the gate. Like you think of somebody like Zach Wilson, Trevor Lawrence, Mac Jones, like those guys have been the starters, or even Trey Lance if he takes over for the rest of the year. So I think other first year. Let me see. That's when the Colts were in the AFC East. Cowboys are overrated. They can be a dark horse. I hate to say that. I don't disagree. Well, they are overrated. But they look good this year.
They do look good this
year. I think we have a lot to talk about as this season goes on. Like we said, we get an extra week this year. There's an extra game. And we're only week 5.
So we did our TikTok predictions of how we thought the AFC and the NFC were going to do. I think we need to revisit that.
Yeah, not yet, though.
You want to wait?
I don't know. It's like, I don't know, dude. I think my NFC predictions are still pretty spot on.
It was a dual effort.
Oh, yeah. That's right. It was a dual effort.
It was just who was doing the pointing. But, yeah, I think we need to, I don't know, at least look at it. Ben Roethlisberger made the AFC Championship with the Steelers season, but that's the closest a rookie QB has been.
I'm not saying it wouldn't happen. It'd be pretty crazy to see a rookie make it to the Super Bowl, and awesome for any of the rookies if they made it there.
Dean, if the Patriots went against Tampa Bay, that would be something.
That was a good game.
That was a good game.
That relied all on field goals. Like, I don't think there was a single touchdown scored in that game.
That was a great game.
But that was a good game. Like, that was last Monday night. Was that last Monday night?
Mm-hmm.
But that was a really good game. I think it was too close for Brady.
Oh yeah, he didn't like that. He probably got a little. I don't know if Brady necessarily gets nervous, but that's got to be a weird feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, he runs on the field and everybody's, cheering for him, even New England fans, of course, right?
Yeah.
And then as soon as the game starts, it kind of all changes.
Yeah. What's up, Seahawk Eddie? Thanks for joining us. Sorry about Russell's finger. Looks like his surgery went well. I always hate when any player gets hurt, like especially like Russell. And there's been some pretty crazy injuries. What is it? Juju is out for the season.
Juju's out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's been quite a few. One of our defense guys just went out for the season. Mac had 2 touchdowns. Buck had 1 rush touchdown.
Right. I didn't catch the whole game. I caught the end where I feel like it was like the Green Bay game where it was like field goal, field goal, field goal, field goal. I'm like, who's gonna win it?
That was like the Green Bay game.
Kickers, dude. Like, I think the kickers are so like underrated and like overlooked. And I'm like, man, a lot of games really rest on their shoulders and they do not get the credit that they deserve.
What about the Colts kicker yesterday?
Wait, hold on. Remind me.
He missed
5.
It was like every single time
Didn't they say he has a hip injury? Like, I thought I heard on the TV that he's suffering from like some sort of hip injury.
I don't know, but that was so hard to watch.
Yeah.
I feel for those guys because it's, that's your chance. The Chargers kickers too. It's always.
Well, dude, our kicker's out. Robbie Gould's out for like 5 to 6 weeks. So I got nervous for our new kicker on Sunday. I mean, he did make a field goal, but I was like, oh God, is he going to do it right now? Is that why Kyle didn't right? We kept going for our 4th downs versus bringing the kicker out. Like, maybe he didn't believe in him.
He was nervous. Yeah. I mean, I've seen it with her.
But as someone who's in a leadership role for the company she works for, like, you have to believe in your people and you have to let them go out there and try. So like, Kyle's got to give them,
Yep.
Sometimes. Same. Yeah. Well,
we tried to keep it at 30 minutes and now we're at 57. So
happens every week. We thank you guys for staying with us for an hour. Nicole and I really try to keep these recaps at 30. We have yet to do it. I think the quickest has been like 42. Yeah. Yeah. And we just have a lot of fun, really have a lot of fun interacting with all of you guys. So thank you guys for the support. We are going to call it a night. I have to be up at 3:30 in the morning for a flight. So I need some type of sleep before I drive to the airport.
Yeah. Well, have fun.
Thank you.
It's good that you don't have a game that you have to try to figure out how to watch while you're out there. So
God, I would be on an airplane again. I'm so thankful for the bye week and how this vacation fell. So again, guys, we're going to pre-record our next recording and post it. And then Nicole and I will actually be together on the 25th. And we're going to do a live on a Monday instead of a Tuesday because we're going to be together. And we thought that would be kind of fun.
We've got 2 recordings Monday then.
I'm just kidding. We have 2 recordings on Monday, but we'll keep you guys posted. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. I'm pretty sure you all do. Touchdowns_and_Tightends. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and share our YouTube and our Instagram with anybody you guys think would enjoy spending some time with us. So
thanks guys. Thanks again. It wouldn't be the same without you. So thanks for the support and we'll see you guys next time.
Happy week 6 to everybody.
Good luck.
Yep. Good luck, guys.
All right. Bye.